First, let's anticipate the Trump-Putin meeting in Alaska. Second, gain insight into how the British newspaper The Guardian consistently tries to mold our opinion. Here's what the New York Times says. He's going to see what Putin has on his mind. And CNN. Trump says he'll be feeling out Putin. Yet The Guardian loves to give the impression it knows the inside of Putin's brain, claiming he wants to persuade Trump of the merits of swapping parts of Ukrainian territory in return for him perhaps agreeing to the ceasefire the US president so desperately wants. But Russia has been clear from the start. The US invited Putin. He's made no attempt to persuade Trump, only stated that as the side with the upper hand, peace talks would begin only if Ukraine withdrew from Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaparigia, and Kersonen, and abandoned NATO ambitions. Then Russia would agree to an immediate ceasefire and open negotiations. A long-term European peace agreement is also required. Still, The Guardian insists his prize are private talks with the White House about sanctions, trade, NATO, far beyond his latest proposals for dominating Ukraine. Again, it was Trump who called this meeting, yet Putin is portrayed as the manipulator. Of course, sanctions, trade, and NATO are relevant. So why the outrage that two leaders discuss them? Politico headlines, European leaders are trying to influence Ukraine peace talks. Caracalis to the BBC, Europe is trying to rally around Ukraine and muscle in on this American-led process. The Guardian criticizes the leaders for excluding the UK, Europe, and Ukraine. But remember, the EU meltdown when President Orban dared go to Moscow. They were literally swinging from chandelier. Europe doesn't like talking with Putin, and Europe's leaders, having plunged their economies into crisis, signed up to debt, overpriced US energy, and long-term commitments to Ukraine, can't imagine this conflict ending too soon. That would bring recriminations, investigations, finger-pointing, and the end of their careers.